how are ya? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home. I moved into this place, it's been about 3 or 4 months ago now, and I have never officially done a full apartment tour, mostly because there's still some projects we haven't gotten done, but I realize that the house is always going to be changing, things are always going to not be done, so it's okay to go ahead and make this video and show you now. Plus, I want to document this space as it is now because I actually have a couple ideas of already doing this little redo of sorts, maybe making it into a video. I think I want to kind of rearrange this room a little bit specifically, so that might be coming up soon. So I'm excited to walk you through, show you everything. Before we actually get into the floor plan though, I know a lot of people like watching these for the statistics, the costs, the amenities, everything like that. I always find watching these to be really helpful whenever I'm considering moving or making sure that I'm getting enough bang for my buck. And I will say that this place is a little bit pricey. We live in Pasadena, which is outside of LA. Pasadena, in my opinion, is cheaper than a lot of parts of LA. I lived on the west side of LA before this, and that is so incredibly expensive. But for Pasadena, this place is considered a little more high-end than most places. It's definitely not like a luxury apartment, but somewhere in the upper middle range. So the pricing is a bit more expensive, but for us, it was worth the location and the amenities. So our rent is about $2,400. We have 800 square feet. On top of that, we pay $25 per car to park in a garage down below. We have a tandem spot with a garage clicker. The main thing that I am so excited about is this place has a washer dryer, which is huge, game changer. And it has a rather large patio. If I were to guess, our patio is probably another 70 square feet, which is pretty big. It feels like a whole additional room, not counted in the square footage of this place. Shared amenities include a pretty nice pool, a hot tub. There's a fitness center that I actually use quite frequently. And there's this kind of like communal kitchen space. You could rent it out for private events. You could go in there, study, kind of do whatever. I haven't used that yet. There's a huge communal laundry room if you want to do all your laundry at once. And recently they just put in this little store downstairs. It has a ton of different things, drinks, snacks, first aid supplies, household cleaning supplies, but it's completely automated by an app. So you open the door with an app and then cameras watch you grab things and then it charges for you later, which is kind of cool and something that they didn't add until after we moved in. So that being said, let me show you the floor plan of this place. Hello! Welcome to my home. You walk in the little front entry hall and you are immediately greeted by the #1 reason that I moved that I just mentioned. My very packed laundry closet. This is also where I store my vacuum to keep it out of the way, along with luggage and other storage up top. But this has been the biggest game changer, and you don't realize how much a washer dryer simplifies your life until you're going to the laundromat every week and you get a washer dryer finally. And then you immediately walk into my kitchen, dining area, kind of main living space, which I will show you here in a second. It's a very open concept, little, small, tiny apartment, but it gets the job done. I tried to make the most sense out of the layout, and I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second. So first and foremost is my dining kitchen area. The kitchen, which I'll show you, has a huge storage problem. There's almost no cabinet. So my solution to that was building these. I built these just out of some plywood and some brackets and some natural stain, and that was it. And that's how I display my more beautiful serveware, glasses, even some pantry goods, and these little glass jars right here. And I actually made a video about it quite a while ago, so if you want to see, I decorated each room of my house in its own individual video, and I'll link those down below if you want to watch the decorating process. Something also interesting is this is our pantry storage. This is intended to be a media console or a sideboard. That's where we keep our food because the kitchen has no storage. But it actually works well enough to where it never bothers me. And over here is our dining table, dining nook. This could seat comfortably 6, but you could technically fit 3 people on this bench and sit up to 8 people if you'd like. I have done that when I had this table back in the studio, but I would say comfortably 6 people. I also love to use this as my little home office space. I like to sit here and work, and I like to sit in this seat over here and look this way because I can see both outside and the fireplace, and it's just kind of a nice little view to have. Now we have the kitchen. It is small but mighty. It has much more counter space than my last kitchen. I am very thankful to have this big island. That's something that is pretty rare to come by. And a nice big deep sink. I actually have a ton of dirty dishes in here right now, but guess what? You can't even tell because it's big and deep, and I love that. It's something that I actually looked for when we were looking around for an apartment. It's definitely a petite kitchen. You can see most of the storage behind me right now, but other than that, there's just a couple other cabinets in here. I do appreciate that it's all open concept, so while I'm cooking, I could be watching the TV and talking to Brooke or whatever is going on, and I tried to add just a little bit of personality by a little ocean print over here. Yet again, that is its own video. Also linked down below. Something that I have only lived without once and now promise myself I've never lived without again is my dishwasher. I love it. Very, very, very helpful to me. Walking over this way, away from the dining table, we have my little piano nook. This area is interesting because it's kind of a wide hallway area. Initially, before I moved in, I was planning on putting the dining room table more over here. It's too narrow for that, but it's too wide to be normal. It's an odd situation, but I do kind of like it. This area is a fun area to I do home workouts here, stretch, roll out a yoga mat. It's nice to have a little bit of moving room. And over here against this wall, I have my little keyboard. It is set up on these cinder blocks. Long story. I have talked about this in other videos, but I had a little stand for it custom made, and it has a little top that flips down and flips up, and it has been sitting in the warehouse at Brooke's work for a year and a half now. Neither of us have a car that will fit into, and we just have never gotten around to figuring out a truck to get it to our place. Brooke actually told me though that he loves the cinder blocks, so he's never really had a time pressure to look into it because he thinks the cinder blocks actually look better. And that was a $3 craft. So you know what? I'm fine with it. I like it. I think it helps to limit the amount of wood in here because all of our furniture is wood and it could get really dark. So it's a nice way to just lighten it up. Then over here on this side of the keyboard is one of my happiest favorite things. Something that I didn't really think would be a big deal until I moved in. It has brought me so much joy, and it is this fireplace. I have had it going all winter. We haven't even turned on our heat. It actually does a really good job of heating up the space too, instead of having to run our heat. Also though, we don't pay a gas bill of any sort, and I don't know how that's possible because I'm pretty sure this is run on gas. If anyone knows how that is possible, let me know. I don't know if just the building pays for that because we do have some shared utilities, like hot water is shared, trash is shared, but gas is not listed. Very odd. There is a button actually hidden behind this guitar, and I can turn it off, and I can set it to 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 120 minutes. And it will automatically run for that long and then shut off. And it's just so happy and I love it. A couple quick things about the decor over here. This is a huge, huge mirror. You can hear it behind this. Not in a good way. You'd think mirror would be good, make the house feel light and bright and everything like that, but this mirror is very 80s. I wasn't a fan. So I bought this removable wallpaper and I just installed it where the mirror is, and I like it. I feel like it adds a little bit of architectural interest, makes it look like almost a fun Moroccan tile type feel, when in actuality it was just like a $50 fix to a mirror that I just didn't like. And for art over here, this is one little DIY project that I did. I went ahead and framed Brooke and I's wedding invitations. I feel like it's something special and it's a keepsake that I wanted to keep, but instead of in a box, I said, why not put it in a frame? And it doubles as art, so I love that. And then over here, you see a guitar hanging on the wall. This guitar is actually really special to me. It was my dad's first guitar. He got it when he was, I don't know, 9 or something like that, and he gave it to me as a gift. And I just think it's something special. I don't have many sentimental heirloom passed down items. It's special to me to have that on the wall. Now we are in my den space. From this shot right here, you can kind of see more of the layout. It's a little bit tighter than it might seem on camera. I mean, this, like I said, this apartment is 800 square feet. It's definitely not huge. It does get the job done though, and it feels significantly bigger than our last apartment. But over here in this den, we got everything we need. We have our media console on this wall, and this couch does something special that I'll show you here in a second. This side is all of our media. We have our TV in here. We have gaming systems and a printer. And then each of these houses some decor. Our turtle named Potato. Oh wait, I haven't fed you yet, Potato. Breakfast. And a couple storage bins for a little extra storage in here. This place doesn't have a ton of built-in storage, so I definitely tried to maximize as much storage as possible. Speaking of storage, we got this couch from IKEA because something that was really important to us was being able to have a spot for friends to sleep if they wanted to stay over. That was impossible in a studio, so a perk to moving into a 1-bedroom would be to have guests over. So we really wanted a sleeper sofa. We also really wanted storage. We bought this one from IKEA. I don't necessarily recommend it as far as comfort goes. It is pretty uncomfortable, but I ended up taking a memory foam mattress topper and cutting it to size of the cushions and adding it to the cushions underneath the slit, and it did become tolerable. I wouldn't say it's comfortable, but it went from being completely intolerable to tolerable. This couch turns into both a sleeper sofa by pulling out the base of it. We also like to do this for movie nights and just lounge and watch movies. And the other side is a storage unit where we actually hold quite a few things, more things than I expected. So that has been a huge help to storage in this space. Now out this way over here is something that I have never shown on this channel before, and that is my patio space. I still have a couple things I want to do with the patio space. I want to make it its own makeover video. I want to buy a couple more plants, and I have some lights on the railing currently that I want to string above on the ceiling, kind of like market lights. So I've been hesitant on showing it because it's not done, but I'll show it to you today, and it is a spot that I actually love to sit outside and work quite a bit. It's nice to get a little sunshine without having to get socially acceptable. I can be outside in my PJs, and that is a huge plus. I bought this furniture from, I can't remember. I will find it though, and I'll link it down below for you. It was surprisingly affordable, but I did buy it during Labor Day or Memorial Day or one of those sales that they always have. I saved a lot of money on it that way. We make our way back away from the den, and we hit this tiny little corridor with 3 doors all around. I guess and an entryway if you want to count. This is the 4th door. This has been a huge lifesaver to storage. And this is just basically a little cabinet, but it holds so much stuff. I'm actually quite surprised. The shelves are deep. I have all these little baskets. So this is like cleaning supplies, first aid, beauty supplies divided by hair, face, body. I have my next round of subscription boxes to unbox. I keep bags down there. There's just so many things. Art supplies, tech supplies. I keep a ton in here, and it really is like the make it or break it for storage in this place. This way goes into the bedroom, and this way goes into the bathroom. So let's go ahead and see our teeny tiny little bathroom with very little storage real quick. Welcome to our bathroom. Yet another room that I did redo in a video, also be linked down below. But this bathroom is tiny. It has everything you need, and it's nice. It has a pretty good bathtub in it, but minimal storage. There's basically just a cabinet below the sink, and that's it. So just like in the dining room, kitchen area, I built more shelves. This doesn't store as much as the kitchen, but I do keep towels, a couple beauty supplies. I also tried to make this space a little bit my own, a little bit of neutral colors. Unfortunately, I can't have real plants in here because there's no window, which is the first time since moving to LA actually that I haven't had a window in a bathroom. I didn't realize that until now. So I do have a little fake plant to try to keep things looking lively. I love ocean prints and things of the ocean, so I also have an ocean picture up here, and just nice neutral textiles all around to keep it nice, bright, light, airy, even though it's tiny and cramped. And then last but not least, you come through this door into our bedroom. This is actually the brightest room of the house. I did not realize that in our den, it's actually quite dark because our patio has that very long roof over it. It's kind of cave-like. So in here we have direct exposure to sunlight, and I love the brightness in here. I work a lot in here whenever I'm trying to be as productive as possible because brightness really does affect my work ethic. Over here we have our like gallery wall and this dresser. I bought this dresser on OfferUp. It was a vintage dresser and it was completely repurposed, and they were selling it for like $100. It's solid wood, it's not composite. That's something that I love. This is something that I want to document while it's still like this because I do think I have a plan to change it. One of the big flaws with decorating this place is that right by the doorway is the electrical box. And it's literally right next to the door frame and right above this light switch. This light switch only controls whatever's plugged in here, which is kind of funny. I have been racking my brain for a way to cover that without it seeming cluttered. Right now I just have that tapestry over it, and it makes it seem like I don't know how to decorate, and I just cluttered up a wall. Picture this without this tapestry. Isn't that room much cuter now? But I had an idea. It involves a DIY. We'll see how it ends up. So keep your eye out for that video. And our bed. I love this bed. I bought this headboard when we got engaged. It's just like a nice neutral linen headboard, and there's not a lot to say over here. We have matching side tables that have a little bit of storage, and they have outlets on the back, which is very, very handy. And over on Brook's side of the table, for a little bit of like architectural interest, I did hang a little light above it. It's nice to have as many lights as possible over here. And over here we have my desk slash vanity. This is where I get ready. This is another project that needs to happen. I'm waiting on Brook to hang this mirror for me. It's just been sitting on top of this desk for quite a while. But I do work at this desk pretty frequently now because the light that I mentioned. And this is also where I get my makeup done. So I keep my makeup stored down here, and I have my makeup brushes and mirrors, and that's where I get ready every single morning. Over here is a funny little corner. Sorry, it's super backlit. I have a chair over here that I've only sat in twice, I think, ever, but it does make for a cute little accent. And we keep our laundry in this laundry basket. Kind of just the way to keep our laundry looking a little bit nicer. And this huge wall of mirrors are our closets. We have a his and hers side. This is Brook's side of the closet. You'll see all his doodly clothes. And back here is my side of the closet, which I really need to clean out. And I think that will be the next video on this channel. So keep your eye out for a new 2020 closet clean out. This room is actually surprisingly large. That was something that I was shocked in when I moved in. I thought I would have to choose between the dresser and the desk, and I definitely didn't think I'd be able to fit a chair in here, but it all fits with plenty of room to walk around. It's another spot that I do home workouts from time to time is on the floor in here because there's more space than you realize. So I'm very thankful to have a large bedroom. It has really, really been handy to fit in all of this furniture without it feeling cluttered. Thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love you with my whole heart, and I'm glad to get to share my home with you. There are a couple logistical things that I want to change in the near future. It takes work, takes money, takes time. I want to rearrange this room a little bit, give it a little bit of a redo, so keep your eye out for that in the next probably couple weeks or so. I love you. I hope you have the best rest of your day, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.